Well, we're wrapping up the week with a bang in some areas with some snow headed into the mid-Atlantic. It'll probably give places that didn't see much snow with the last storm a little more snow. It's not a huge snow event. We're going to break that down. Plus, we've got our system in the northeast. That's going to start to exit. We'll still see some lake effect snow going. All right, so let's take a look at our system. It's a little more amplified than it looked maybe a couple of days ago. I still don't think it's going to be a huge snow event, but it could be a disruptive one, especially Saturday morning. Now, Friday morning, some light snow falling across parts of Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, even parts of Illinois as we move into the afternoon. And then by evening, we start to see that snow pushing into parts of Ohio and eventually into Pennsylvania into Friday evening. Now, south of, say, the Ohio River, I think we get a mix now right along parts of northern Kentucky, probably changing over to some snow. And then that starts to move toward DC as we head into the overnight into early Saturday morning. We'll see that snow also push into parts of New Jersey, so Philadelphia, all the way through southern Pennsylvania, and then down into West Virginia. Virginia is going to be the boundary line, and it's going to be very interesting to see how we set up here. So between, say, I-81 all the way down to Richmond, somewhere right in there is going to be the dividing line, and if I had to guess, I would say it's going to be Afton Mountain there and into the Shenandoah Valley. We'll likely see that snow. And then north of that, so get north of Charlottesville, get up toward Culpeper, and then into northern Virginia. And then we're all snow into Maryland, over to parts of Delaware, and then up into New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Behind this system, we do start to turn colder, and we'll also see a few light snow showers further to the north and east. Not a lot here. That heavier band will be here off to the south. And then Saturday will be colder. We'll see some lake effect snow showers, and another weak system tries to move into the northeast as we head into Sunday evening and into Monday morning. Here's a closer look as our system moves across the Ohio Valley. Snow breaking out, as we said, here across Indiana and Ohio. Here's your timeline above if you're looking. So by Friday night, there comes that snow into places like Charleston, up to Wheeling, all along the Ohio River. Yes, we will see a little bit of snow into Columbus. It doesn't last very long. That's the limiting factor. It's a quick moving system, and then it's going to be gone by the time you wake up Saturday morning. And now the snow moving in overnight for places like DC, Baltimore, up to Philadelphia. And the heaviest snow at this point for those cities looks to be early Saturday morning. So sometime around sunrise, if you want to see snow accumulate, this is a good time because we're cold. That also could mean travel issues early Saturday morning. And like I said, I think this is going to be a tough line to draw here. So somewhere in northern Virginia, we're going to see that dividing line. And it's interesting, just to the south of this, I'm going to back things up. We've got rain here across southeast Kentucky, even Tennessee, and parts of southwest Virginia. West Virginia, mostly snow, some mixing possible here across southern parts of the state, but as we move through the overnight into early Saturday morning, cold air comes in and we change over to end as snow showers here. But again, staying mostly rain, I think, once you get toward Richmond. So let's time out the snow totals. Now, this snow is what's falling Thursday night into Friday morning. Here comes our system from the west, putting down that snow as we move into Friday afternoon and evening here from parts of Ohio back into Indiana. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see a couple of places right here, somewhere in central Illinois, maybe even northwest Missouri, could see more than 6 inches of snow if things set up just right. And another hot spot I think to watch right here into the mountains of western Maryland, also northern parts of West Virginia. Somebody here could see a good 4 to 8 inches, or maybe even locally more, especially in the higher elevations. And then I think a good 3 to 6 here. Watch northern parts of Maryland, also parts of southeast Pennsylvania. So here's a bit of a closer look here into DC. I think a good 2 to 4 inches, but look at those numbers just to the north and west. 5, 4s, some 6s showing up back here into western Maryland. Winter storm watches have been issued for a few counties here in southern Pennsylvania and a lot of Maryland too, central Maryland, northwest of Baltimore though, so go back towards Hagerstown, up toward Elkton, and then once you hop over into Virginia, we're talking about Leesburg, Winchester, all west of DC here, and then up and down the I-81 corridor. So once you get north, I think, of Lexington, that's where the heaviest snow would be, so go from Stanton, Harrisonburg, all the way up to Winchester. So once you drop down Afton Mountain toward Charlottesville, the weather's going to change. If there's a snow line, I think it's here. I don't know that the heavy snow gets further south than Warrenton or maybe even Culpeper. There could be some light accumulations for places like Charlottesville and Fredericksburg and Richmond. I think once you get here, if we get a slushy coating, we'll be lucky. Again, the sweet spot will be right in here where winter storm watches have been issued ahead of this. Head to weather.gov. These may be upgraded as early as tomorrow. 2 to 4 for portions of central, northern, and western Maryland. Some areas could see close to 6. More snow, though, again, west of 81, like I just showed you guys there, into parts of Virginia, the Potomac Highlands of West Virginia, western Maryland. Some areas could see more. I think this is interesting to point out this additional detail tag. Snowfall rates could hit 1 to 2 inches per hour. The watches out of College Station, that include Somerset, Bedford, Fulton, Franklin, Cumberland, Adams, York, Lancaster. So we're talking about 3 to 6 inches here. And I still think that somebody also overperforms. And the National Weather Service of Pittsburgh also putting out watches for places like Hazleton, includes eastern Preston, eastern Tuckers County. it could be more than 6 inches here as well. So here's the snow that we're expecting overnight. So watch to the south. Watch how these numbers start to grow as our system moves here, trying to push some snow as far north as, say, Pennsylvania, New York border. New York City, it looks like a coating up to an inch or two. Most of that snow, again, across New Jersey, where a good 2 to 4 is likely, and then southward. And here's a look at that snow line again. I mentioned Fredericksburg, but as you head across over into Maryland, of course, once you get south of, say, the Delaware, Maryland line here on the southern side, I think that's going to be the dividing line. I think the name is picking up on that well. Eastern shore of Virginia, no snow here. And of course, as I mentioned, further south towards the beaches. Except for extreme far southeastern New Jersey, I think most of the state will pick up some snow. And Philadelphia looking like a good solid 2 to 4 inches here, maybe even up to 6 inches, especially if we can get the fluff going. And some of those heavier bands, again, could put down snowfall rates that will be pretty decent. Again, those heavier bands back here, models picking up somewhere, seeing more than 8-9 inches, and that will likely again be in the mountains. Now on Saturday, once this system moves away, we will start to calm down some, a few snow showers lingering into the northeast, but another system starts to drop in, and then we are also seeing a pretty good storm moving into the west. That's going to bring some heavy rain and snow here. We start to quiet down here into the mid-Atlantic, though we're dry as we head into the first part of the week. Another storm again pushing into the west, heavy snow into the Sierra, heavy rain across parts of California too, but we're quiet across most of the country, at least through part of the week. Some rain showers possible as we see some return flows starting to develop here. Of course, this isn't a huge storm, but we do say stormy across the west. And then this right here, guys, this is pretty mild. So for the upcoming week, I think temperatures start to jump back above normal. I showed you a map yesterday, the Climate Prediction Center showing the central part of the country above normal. I think we see that. The northeast, also the northwest, looking like we stay seasonably cool next week. So blizzard conditions aren't in the forecast. There's actually a specific definition for a blizzard if you want to check that out. I'll see you in this video.